Can you see Victoria?
Only death! It smells very badly down here.
Could be Fran's body. Found it yet?
For God's sake, I just got here!
I knew this would be a waste of time.
Come downstairs. I could use an additional pair of eyes.
I prefer not to. I'll take a look at the book while waiting on your resurrection.
Just a large storage jar with something slimy and gangrenous inside. I don't want to know what it is. Conrad Griswold. No birthday, just 1444 is the year of death. Cannibal filth. Bella Griswold. They did good to get rid of her. After what her father did to her, she would have grown up to be a monster as well. Some felt pens, rags, and a folded paper. Let's take a look at the paper. How is this possible? Nikolai! Come downstairs, quickly! I found something! Nikolai? Is he even up there anymore? This isn't Victoria's handwriting. The Lang brothers left it for me? Why would Victoria want it? And where does this red trace lead to? Nothing makes sense. I'm taking it with me. It's probably the only reason why I have been led here. God, so many questions on my mind. Instead of getting to the truth, I'm constantly being weighed down by it. Two plastic bags full of a kind of powder. A yellow type of chalk, perhaps? Then a handful of used syringes and burned spoons. I think the bad smell comes from them. It's sulfur. Dear God, these two brothers are using it to drug themselves. I'm not a junkie, but how do they survive with pure poison in their veins? I suppose it could kill a person in a wink. I hope I won't need to use it, though. Ironically, the teeth are still so shiny, even in death. Gregor didn't lie, and Moisa said the truth. There is gold in his mouth. This is Fran's body, and the head has been severed. It was just placed on the body. Should I take the head and get it to Moisa? Sometimes I don't understand myself. God, forgive me for this act. This body looks ancient, as if it had been mummified centuries ago. It's a burnt corpse of a small-sized woman. I still remember my father's exact words. This Bible is part of your body now. At all costs, you must keep it until death comes. Marov, the dreaded asylum on the island. I think the trace is telling me the route I should take to get to this part of the asylum. Who or what is in that spot? Where's Nikolai? He disappeared again. What are you doing here? Nikolai? Stop ignoring me. Shh.
You won't leave me? Ever again?
Always with you.
How? How can I even know you really are my mother?
Seek answers from me.
Where did you find me as a baby?
Not in the well.
Where?
Nowhere. You are my son.
What happened to the other orphans?
Dead. All decomposed. Deserved fate.
They deserve to die for what they did?
Vile creatures they are. I had to protect you.
Who was my father?
Father, live.
What did he used to say to me?
Sin, the degenerate of God.
What about God? What did you say about him?
God is plague. Leave God.
I already did. I killed a lie to see the truth.
Now you can see.
I can't. I can't find my family. Where in the mountain? Where? Show me. Tell me. Key to what? How? I don't understand. Mother? Mother!
God, what's happening to you?
You well.
Nothing to worry about, Benedict.
Mother, where is she?
The town has remedies for such behaviors. He'll be fine.
Who are you? I think I saw you.
Dr. Kabert is the pathologist coroner of Saint Kotar. You saw him earlier outside the church.
So, before being interrupted by the madman here, I was asking about your reason for coming here. It's not just a crime scene you're invading. You're putting yourself at great danger.
Why are you here, Doctor?
Work. Even the smallest of details count.
Did you find any new piece of evidence?
Oh, I found more than that.
We lost our way out of the forest.
And why did you decide to venture in it in the first place?
Because we...
Say nothing more. It's clear to me now that after they killed our dear mayor, Nerman and Victoria disappeared into the woods.
Chief Nodden already said that you found her coat not far from here.
Indeed. They ran towards the mountain.
She is there with my child. And if we don't move...
Evidence points to the woman being taken by force.
You hear that, Benedict? I told you.
Did she cooperate with Nermin or not?
She did.
She was taken by force. You just said it.
What other evidence did you collect?
I can share only the conclusions.
And they are...
Victoria was ritually murdered and eaten by Nermin.
Liar. She's alive. I know she is.
But one little detail still bothers me. Why would Nermin leave such a deliciously innocent piece of flesh out there?
You found her? You found pieces of my sister?
I was talking about the fetus.
What?
I want clear answers. If you tell me the truth, I might let you die before the ritual ends.
Monsters die eventually. You know that?
Simple and short questions demand simple and short answers. So please, where's Nermin? And what did you do with the Sekvra book?
Nermin visited his own house not long ago. He fled. We don't know where he is. Nikolai has the book.
Get their eyes, hearts, and brains! I want to feel their flesh and soul thrive through me!
Servants of the unknown, you become the ashes of this world! My hands are God's words!
He disappeared. Kabir is gone.
Quickly, we must go. There might be more of them in the vicinity.
Let's go get him!
Don't be a fool. It would be suicide.
Let's go, Nikolai. He's our only chance of getting out of here alive.
The forest is mapped in my brain. Trust me.
What are we doing here?
Nikolai, no evil dares to come here. This is the safest place in town.
I don't need safety right now. I need to get onto the mountain.
Enough. You're not going anywhere, fool. This is not the time to act heroic. The Saborans are on the move.
How do you mean, on the move?
What and where, I do not know, but something is about to happen soon. You must tell me, what were you doing in that church?
We followed the epitaph.
And?
The Lang brothers have been desecrating the subterranean mausoleum. It's dreadful.
I understand, but what have you found in there? Anything at all?
I found the ground plan to the Marov asylum.
Not a strange find, I guess. Timur Lang works in the asylum as the gravekeeper. Anything else?
Well, the ground plan has my name written on it.
What?
Show it to me. Interesting. This is the plan to the underground level.
What is on that level?
You are looking at the entrails of the asylum, where the inmates are held, tortured, and executed.
Any idea what part of the asylum this is? The part marked with an X.
I don't, but notice the detail below it.
Graves. So it marks where Timur works.
There must be something else. I doubt he would trace the route you need to take to see him.
It could be his destiny. The plot where Benedict is to be buried.
What is your problem?
We're losing time here looking at this useless piece of paper. Let's get going.
Is there a way to get in?
Brother, I strongly advise you not to do that.
Trust me, he won't. We're going onto the mountain now.
Henry, you told me yourself, I must follow the truth. What else do I have at the moment?
Marov was placed within the halls and rooms of the former prison Ferdinand. It's impenetrable, I'm sorry.
There must be a way in.
The island is one massive solid rock, and the only way to get to it is using a boat on the Via Dolorosa.
Meaning?
Dolorosa is an artificial pathway on the water, very narrow, created by tall and thick wooden pillars on both sides. It starts in the cave at the lake's shore, and the pillars are so close to each other that not even a fly can get through the wall. The only way you get in is by being denounced and deported. And you don't want that, brother.
This is not Victoria's handwriting.
That I can confirm.
Handwriting is the signature of one's life. You write in accordance to how you act and what you believe. Here I see pain, chaos, and loss, And so I am sure these letters and lines were put here by one of the Long brothers.
Nerman escaped from the asylum not so long ago.
He did.
Yes, but this doesn't explain my name on the ground plan.
What are you thinking?
That the Long brothers were helping my sister to get Nerman out of there.
I'm losing my patience here. What are you talking about? They were helping her, and then they wrote your name on it?
Nikolai is right. It doesn't make sense.
Perhaps it was you who helped him escape, and we're in this horror because of you.
Says the man who didn't even recognize evil under his own roof.
Enough. You need each other.
How did you end up in that church? Don't mind my question, I'm grateful you did.
You must forgive me, brother. After you left, I went into our archives and realized I have misled you. That's when I decided to go there myself.
You came in time to ruin everything. Those yellow things could have told us where Victoria is.
Brother, your wife...
Don't call me that. I'm not your brother.
Nikolai, your wife and child are dead.
God knows everything.
I'm just his voice.
All right, Father. I'm leaving. Benedict, are you coming with me or not?
On the mountain? Were you listening at all?
I can't let you go. Nikolai, do you have the book Kabir was seeking?
I repeat, I need to get onto the mountain. It's where Victoria and my child are being held captive.
The book is dangerous, and it should be destroyed immediately. The moment you step out of here, your downfall into obscurity will begin. Do not do that.
Ever heard of the Valais witch trials? The Sekfra religion?
I don't care. I have the key to save my family, and I'm not handing it to anyone until I succeed.
As we speak, that thing is corrupting your soul. You must listen. Give it to me.
Nerman is trying to lure us into a trap. Do not go into the mountain.
You mentioned before he was in the house. What house?
The one where Fran was murdered. It's where we spent the night.
You didn't... Oh, dear God.
Nikolai saw Nerman there, in the catacomb below the house.
Catacomb, of course. Every Saboran house has one. A web of catacombs hides beneath the town, and no one to raise them.
My wife and child are imprisoned in Udov.
He told you this, then let you live, only to lure you, and more cunningly, the two of us, into a trap.
I know. She's waiting for me.
They are dead, Nikolai. Let them go. Give Father Henry the book, and let's leave this accursed place. I don't know where to look next. My name being on the asylum ground plan means... nothing. I have nothing. I failed God, and I'm leaving this accursed place.
Listen to him. You won't find the truth if you stay. Only more death. We will never know...
You both know nothing!
What is this?
You're right. You know nothing. Everything that's been happening was about you, your father, and God.
What is this?
Read the letter. We are in this horror. Your sister is somewhere. If my family is dead, then may my body become bloated and infected with pus and worms. Remember that. From the moment we woke up. No, from the moment you were forced to come here. You blamed her. Victoria did this. Victoria did that. She's a witch, a cannibal, a worshiper of demons. You couldn't be further from the truth, brother.
You are turning your back on God, Nikolai.
He's turned his back on me a long time ago. And if I need to do the same to him to save my family, so be it. The book stays with me.
You won't stop him, Father?
I'll follow him and wait for the right moment to get my hands on the book. Then I'll destroy it, hopefully without the need to kill him. You stay here until I come back. You understand?
I can't promise anything.
Take care of yourself. God bless you.
Mother said I know where to find Victoria and the baby. What did she mean by that? I have no clue where to go on the mountain. I have to ask around for directions. How's it going down there? You hear me? Talk to me, cripple. I have no time to waste.
What do you want?
I need directions to get onto the Udav mountain.
Are you attracted by darkness?
I'm chasing a man named Nairman.
I see. I know the place. But you must show respect before I tell you anything.
I have no time to pay respect.
Patience. Do what I ask and I will help. Force me to tell you against my will and, well...
Cripple, what do you want?
You must choose. Either you become my child or you find me someone else who will.
Your child? What does that mean?
You saw those people outside. I want you to become one of them. I want you to be my child.
Are you making fun of me? Those people are cripples. They don't have eyes, and they look mindless.
Be careful what you say. My children have no eyes and no tongues, but they see and talk. I guide them now through this valley of darkness, and I will guide them in the afterlife. Join me, Nikolai.
How do you know my name?
A former deacon.
Who told you that? Benedict? Was he here?
Nobody needs to tell me anything. I'm a prophet.
If I become your child, then you will tell me where Nairman is?
Correct.
And to become one, I would need to have both eyes and my tongue removed?
Correct.
And then I would find a way to Udav, completely blind, by having you at my side as a guide?
Not at your side. I would be still sitting here, but you are correct one more time.
You think I'm insane? Why would I do that?
I know you are desperate to kill Nairman. Do not expect anyone else to tell you where he is, because they don't know. No one wants to know. So, what is your decision?
I decided to find you a new child. Where should I look?
Few people have a house in this town. If you know where they live, you can easily find one.
How? It's a ghost town. There's no one in the streets.
Then you should start looking below them.
Below? Could you be more specific?
Yes. Be sure the person you get me is a follower of God, or has abandoned him not long ago.
I mean more specifically where to find them.
I can protect them. God is useless and cruel. They must leave him to come to me. That is the condition. Now go. I have to pray.
The floor is hollow below me. Someone has finally found light at the end of the tunnel. I don't think this is garbage, but a man covered with old cardboard. However, it's still trash. Cowards. What are you people doing down here?
This is our home, sir.
Then I have no right to intrude.
Well, everyone is welcome here. My name's Willem, at your service.
You ever been to Udov?
No, sir. It's forbidden.
Know anyone who has?
I couldn't say. No, I don't think so. Why do you ask?
So you never heard anyone talking about the mountain?
Not that I recall, sir. From the day we are born, we are told to stay away from it and the forest.
And what happens if someone ignores this advice?
The island, you get deported to the Martyr Asylum.
I heard about it.
Pray God not to see it.
I need to find a man named Nerman.
Stay away from that being.
I plan to kill him.
He will kill you instead, and you will regret it even after you're dead.
He has my wife and baby. What would you do? Hide in the sewers instead.
In that case, do what you must, sir.
You believe in God?
With all my heart and soul.
Then why are you hiding like a rat?
I beg your pardon?
Why are you down here?
Because the darkness of the underground is less frightening than the darkness above.
And you don't think God can protect you?
He's not almighty.
We are taught to believe he is.
Then why did he let my wife be eaten by the moon ghouls? And where is my son? Not to mention the dozens of my friends and close relatives, all vanished without a trace. But I still love him, and I know he loves me.
You know, I've been a deacon until not so long ago.
You've abandoned the service? Why? That's the most noble job one can do.
I opened my eyes. God is just a lie that obfuscates reality and makes us blind. Weak.
Weak how? That's absurd.
You wait for someone up there to make you healthier, happier, fulfilled. But it never happens. Then, a day comes when you wait for a person you care for to get better, or be saved from death. You hide and wait. You think faith will solve everything. But nothing happens. The truth is, faith is for the weak. Only the weak wait. The strong act on their own and learn to have faith in themselves.
Sir, you gave me a lot to think about.
I didn't arrive at this myself. A good man gave me guidance and support.
Here in Saint Kotar?
Yes, my friend. You want to be free or in fear?
Free? I don't like it here.
And I don't blame you. Let me introduce you to the man.
What is his name?
Prophet Moisa.
The prophet he is. Oh, I don't know. I never liked them. They go around to say crazy things, mostly lies.
That is fear talking, not you. Do you want to live down here like a weakling? Or do something and be free?
Well, I don't know.
I'll introduce you to him. And if you don't like what you see and hear, you can always come back here.
Well, sir, I think I could do that.
That's the spirit?
Are we leaving right away?
Am I really going to ruin this man's life? I can still just leave. We are. Come, my friend.
All right. I'll be right behind you, like a shadow.
I'm impressed.
I believed you.
I gave you a new child. Now tell me where I should go.
With pleasure.
God will punish you.
Now, listen to me very carefully.
It's impolite to stare like that.
Evelina?
Shh. Quiet. You'll wake up the children.
What are you doing out there?
Talking to God.
Can you come in?
No.
May I come out? I'd like to talk to you.
I want to be left alone. What do you want?
I saw a strange epitaph at the cemetery.
What?
It said, "The nun we never deserved, Evelina took." Isn't this you? I mean, what is your last name?
That is my mother's. What have you? Some kind of grave spy? You visit places, go around cemeteries and read inscriptions on tombs? And then you follow their families to ask about them?
God, no. I was just asking because it was weird.
Never heard of a parent and child sharing the same name? You are weird.
I apologize. Where's Anton?
We can't find him anymore. We fear the worst.
What happened?
Remember when you told me you never saw him before?
I did not.
I am not questioning that. If you lied, you will answer to God and only to God.
Evelina.
He disappeared and we can't find him. I tried looking everywhere, but he's gone. It's as if the ground has opened up and swallowed him whole.
I am sorry. Excuse me. Son, I hope this letter finds you in good health. I am not dead yet. Just for a moment, try to forget what you think I did to you, your sister, and mother. Read the letter to the end, and then decide if I shall stay dead, or if you prefer to see me one more time. I have reasons why I left, but I can't finish what I started without your help. Without hesitation, pack only the essentials and travel to Saint Kotar in Croatia. You'll like it. It's similar to Gjor. Now what follows might seem strange, to say the least. But don't worry. Just do as I say and I'll explain everything in person. Find a way to get into the Merzel's house on Gagulta Hill. Descend into the catacomb and take the book you find there. I warn you, this might sound strange and insane, but it is of vital importance that you do it, and do it right away. After getting the book, do not carry it around. Hide it somewhere in town or its surroundings. I repeat, do not take it or else you risk being exposed to its malevolent sway. Leave town and return on Saint Kotar's Day, October 28th. Meet me at the Grimalda Castle during the exhibition on that same day. Do not forget to take the book. Everyone will be wearing masks, but I'm sure I'll be the only one wearing a yellow one. You can't miss me, son. It is of the utmost importance to go right away and to travel alone. No one else must know about this. Not even your sister or mother. If you still doubt this is your father writing, then simply ask yourself, what is true faith? I can't find the right words. I can't find the meaning in this. Is this really him? It is. It is Benedict. This is his handwriting, and the words are his, and the true faith at the end. This is my father. Victoria must have found this letter. Mostov said she was seen in town a few months ago when she met Nerman and the cult. And then the Sekvra book ends up in my Bible. Why? And why did my father want it? If he knew where the book was, why didn't he take it? Instead, he sends me a letter to make me do it. Did she meet our father at the castle last night? For God's sake, why would she kill him? He disappeared. We thought he was dead. Now that I know it was all a lie, Is he dead for real? And they kept the letter hidden from me this whole time. She dragged me to this place without telling me anything. I have to know if the man with the yellow mask was really my father, and then I can leave this town in peace. Mostov said they won't find his identity, which means I don't have a choice. I have to go to the Grimalda castle and hope to find some clues. How do I get in? And not to forget, I need a mask. Henry must have forgotten to lock it. So this is the crypt where they kept Saint Kotar. It looks like a torture chamber. This is not Jesus. The statue bears some of his resemblance, but the face is Saint Kotar's. It was probably made by someone recently, and put in here by Henry. Some people can only find God after cruel and unusual torture. Punishment for the life they have lived. This cannot amount to true love, or pureness of faith. These have been carved into the wall a long time ago. Written in Old Croatian, as it seems. I'll try to comprehend them. I was born in the year of our Lord, 1159. That I do know. Time is not my ally in this struggle. Having been kept in here for so long, I know not of times past outside this room. I am now a man changed, broken of soul. My mind is dark and stormy. I still hold God in my heart. No monster shall ever rid me of him. I accept my fate, the agony, the torture. Hear me, God. Save this town and its inhabitants. They are good people and always faithful. I am hearing voices, a consequence of my bleak thoughts. I know they are not with me. I know it is what the one inside of me wants me to hear. Kasag. Kasag is moon, god of all, god of Ahrizat. Rashahaz is trees. Ashrior is hunting. Beelzes is lost mind. Matanbal are horrors and rest. Yatka are the crows. The crows are everywhere. Nazash is blood, flesh and blood. Utaloks they call them. They're gods. The town of Sabor, settled before Christ. Sabor, the name must be changed. Sabor glorifies the tribe from the mountain. Change it. For certain it was them who came here first. Change it. Exterminate the tribe in town. May God bless my disciples. I can still recall their faces. Never will I forget their courage. They did not die in vain. Aloysie, Timotei, Jeronim, Cyril, Romuald, Leonard, Liudevit. Their names must never be forgotten. The Saborans are. I have visions of their past. I know them. They were a tribe of the Scythians. A cannibal tribe with occult practices. Scythians banished them, and so they moved from the Caucasus to here. Damned is the day when they decided to settle in this region, in this valley, inside the mountain. They worship Utaloks. Utaloks are their gods. Kasag is the one god who rules over all. Other gods are princes of the underworld. Ahrizat is their kingdom. Sekra is their malevolent religion. Their only love, death. When a Saboran dies, his body must remain intact. If so, his evil spirit, in the form of a demon, stays in this life, this world. If his body remains, his spirit moves on to human hosts, haunting for all eternity unless his corpse be destroyed, reduced to ashes. The Kasag prophecy foretells. It predicted our arrival and the extermination of the tribe in the mountain. It was just the end of an age for the Subordins. But beware, the prophecy says a new age will come with the King of Subordins on Earth. That king will be crowned by Kasag himself, and he will reunite all the demons and all the tribe's descendants under his sole rule. If the prophecy is fulfilled, darkness will fall upon humanity, not only over this poor valley of ours. In 1213, we entered the mountain, into the womb of Udav. What they built there is astonishing. How can such a mindless tribe build such spectacles for the eye? We killed them all. They killed us. It was only by the grace of God I got out alive. God wanted it to be this way. I wanted it to be this way. This town deserves peace. A lake lays hidden. It lies beneath the womb in the depths of Udav, a lake of sulfur in frozen dark. Deep in this lake be souls in human form, blackened, floating about in conflagration, without weight or equilibrium, shrieking groans of pain, despair, horrifying beyond imagination. The gods of Ahrizat. Remember their names, but try not to think or talk about them. It is dangerous. It attracts the demons. Kasag, Matambal, Nazash, Yatka, Ashreor, Beelzes, Rashahaz. I've read everything that's comprehensible here. A shocking read. This town and Kotar have a long, dark history together. I have the head you were looking for.
Oh, you are full of surprises, my little priest. Give it to me. That's him. That's our beloved Fran. What a beauty. You did the right thing. I helped you. You helped me, and now you won't have me as an enemy.
Your help almost cost me my life.
It's the impending doom. The only way to be safe in this valley is to become my child. If you decide so, my ears will always be open to you.
Why are you calling me little priest? I'm a monk.
You are now. But the future holds many secrets.
What is that supposed to mean?
Patience.
You call yourself a prophet?
My children call me. I merely tell them what I know and guide them.
You tell them lies in a very persuasive way. What kind of monster gets people to gouge their eyes out? Oh, and I forgot. Their tongues as well.
It's for their own good.
To live disfigured by their own hand?
If they don't see, they cannot perceive the eye. If they don't talk, they cannot lure the demons to themselves. My children live without fear, and are protected from the horror that is coming.
The Eye?
The all-seeing eye of the moon demon, Kasak, the king of Achrizath.
This one?
Little priest, keep that drawing in your pocket. Do not show it to me ever again.
What horror are you talking about? How could it get any worse than this? In this place there is nothing but horror.
This town hangs loosely on the brim of a dark and endless abyss. The prophecy of Kasak foretells the arrival of the king of Sabores on earth. The day draws near, my little priest. The king is already here, moving through the woods, hiding in the ground, growing stronger in the shadows. Once he reveals himself with a book, the demons will run to his aid, and this town will fall into eternal darkness. Everyone will become slaves in the kingdom of Achrizath. Everyone except for my children.
Why don't you take out your own eyes and tongue then?
It's too late for me. I've already seen and felt the horrors. I cannot be saved any longer, but I can save others. I'm my children's eyes and voice now. Their guiding light, and I will protect them from what is coming.
The prophecy of Kasag foretells... How? Where was this prophecy written? It's nothing but babble.
The proof exists. The book is not a lie.
Kasag was summoned and asked to dictate the prophecy?
Careful, little priest. You must get a hold of your fear. Do not let it ridicule reality just to make you feel better. The book of Sekfra disappeared centuries ago. But it's not a lie. All we can hope is that it was destroyed, for that would be the only way to a safer existence.
Don't take this as an insult, but I have to ask. Are you a failed ritual attempt, perhaps?
You think they got me?
The facial injuries, your legs. I don't know. I'm simply asking.
No. I was never caught, and I never will be. What you see here is what happens when God and his followers look the other way.
What do you mean?
Don't worry. Keep being what you are, and you'll find out soon enough. People learn only when they lose something of their own.
Rudolf Moisek?
Let me guess. It was Henry who told you about me.
Evelina.
And so she cried, sad not knowing my fate. She told you about me, and now you are here to bring me back to the right path.
Not in so many words, but she did talk about you for a bit.
You can tell her you didn't find me. We live divided by two walls, and she never sees me. God must be blind.
She thinks you can still change.
But I did already. I did. I am now free and can see.
Why did you renounce God?
You know what this town is. A town of liars and hypocrites. As long as I served them well, as long as I listened to their orders, and as long as I smiled to their stupid jokes, I was their man. I was an exemplary Catholic. When I needed their help, where were they? When I needed a job, did they give me one? When I cried for rescue from the mine, did they get me out? The answer is no. No to all. And no more kowtowing at their feet. I'd rather grow all my life than be a blind slave to them and their so-called God.
You've got it all wrong. Or you want to have it this way because you have remorse.
History repeats itself. These people abandoned even Kotar when he needed them the most. When I needed them, they did the same to me. Then God laughed at my misfortune and made me this way. Do yourself a favor and run away from here. From this community of sheep. From God. They will abandon you. One way or another.
What can you tell me about Yakov Prenger?
Want to know my opinion?
Just what happened to him. You seem to be a man of many sources, so...
He was eaten by the subordinates. His eyes were taken as toys for the children, and his tongue for a souvenir. That is what I heard.
This is a serious matter. The man was a priest of this town.
And I'm the prophet of this town now. Listen to me when I tell you he was useless. Merely a weak-willed opportunist. Even before I opened my eyes and left God behind, I knew that man was a no good. Who knows what really happened to him? But I can assure you, nobody cares.
Prophet? Evelina told me to ask you about Anton's father.
She did what?
I'm just trying to help the child.
You want to help him? Stay out of this matter.
I'm curious.
Oh, so you're curious now. All right, all right. You're a monk, and I'm here to confess something to you. Whatever I say now is protected by the seal of confession.
I'm listening.
Anton is my child.
What?
His mother, Anita, took her own life because she was a weakling. She left my poor kid and now his...
But you are his father.
He can't stay with me.
Why?
There are things you cannot possibly understand. Things that not even your priestly vow can endure. You have my confession. Stop asking for more.
You are a selfish coward, Norin. God will not understand whatever it is you are hiding.
Says the man who doesn't know where his own sister is, or, for that matter, who she is. Now just stop.
This will not go unpunished.
It was a confession, and a story.
Your son is missing.
And? You think I don't already know that?
Any news?
Nothing so far.
How can you be so calm? What are you doing here? Why aren't you out there?
Nothing is going to happen to him. We will find the boy. The same goes for Victoria and Nermin. So help me God.
Excuse me.
God bless you, Benedict.
Remember, do not waste forms. Use them wisely and with utmost respect. They have the power to change someone's life forever. And don't forget to put them into the box outside. Otherwise, they are nothing but a worthless piece of paper.
A Saboren deserves nothing but endless torture and painful death. God, this man is a Saboran. Crush his soul, torture him for all eternity. This should be the street that leads to Mostov's house. The glass is dirty and darkened, making it impossible to see through. Is that a voice? I think it's coming from within the well. Mostov! I think there's someone inside the well! Mostov! It's me, Benedict. It's so dark in here, and it smells so bad. All the windows are darkened. What is this? Oh my god. Limbs, bowels, organs. This is the house of a madman, full of human parts, some in the form of furniture. My god. Wait, the voice from the well is louder here. There must be a secret passage or something. A lever. I think it opened the hatch to the well. Another Saboran catacomb. This must have been special. He was hanged here by the ladder under the moonlight from above. His eyes are so red and swollen. They look like they're going to burst at any moment. Who did this to you? It's all right if you can't talk. Don't force yourself.
Doctor.
Dr. Kabir?
Yes.
We had him. He was so close. I hope Henry finds him and does justice for humanity.
Kill. I beg. Kill me.
I can't. I would be murdering an innocent. What is your name?
I beg. God. For God. Kill me.
I can't. I can't do that. I'm sorry.
Name. Kata begs.
My faith will not allow me to put her out of her misery, but it pains me to hear her suffer. What should I do, God? Am I really going to do it? It is not my place to end one's life. Only God is allowed to do that. Forgive me.
God bless you.
It is done. May she rest in peace. There are more people further down in the dark. They seem to already be dead, hanging from hooks like meat. It's a Saboran altar, like the one below Lucia's house. They must use it to perform rituals and sacrifices for their dark lords. More faces turned into masks, ripped off of these victims. Horrible. Inhuman. Madam?
Hello.
Was last night the first time you met Victoria?
You're kidding, right?
I'm serious.
She was here some months ago. What? No way, you didn't know. Are you really her brother?
We haven't been that close lately. Did she tell you what she was doing here?
Not really. I mean, I don't know. I can't remember the specifics, but I think she was just wandering around the town. She definitely asked me about the Grimalda castle, and I know for a fact she visited it. Why?
I have to know the whole truth to understand. Did she introduce herself as Petra?
Petra. Such a beautiful name. But no, she told me her real name. Wait, Victoria is her real name, right?
After everything I found out, I'm not sure anymore. Would you be so kind as to let me borrow one of the masks you have here?
Why would you need it? The day has passed.
For the castle.
You can't get in, it's closed. You feel guilt for not having attended the exhibition, right?
Something like that. Well then, could you perhaps gift one as a souvenir?
I could, if you do me a favor.
All right.
Nothing complicated. I just need you to visit Addison. You know, that old man at the lake. And ask him to give you a fish. Just tell him I've sent you. The fish has been laying on the ice in his camper for a few days already. With all that's happened, I just didn't have the time to fetch it myself.
Sounds easy enough. See you soon.
You're such a good man.
Excuse me.
Sure.
Old fool, laying helpless on the ground, half eaten by moths. The leech thing is gone. Probably went off to find a new host. I should have killed it when I had the chance. It appears to be locked or jammed. Maybe I should look in Arson's pockets. Nothing in his pockets. I could try to force open the door then. Old fool, laying helpless on the ground. The leech... It feels very fragile. A hit could be enough to open it. It's not going to work. I dare not to try this. Let's try. Ha! Madam?
Hello.
I have your fish.
Oh, thank you. 1,000 times thank you for bringing it to me. As promised, the mask. Mother soothed it for me with care and even blessed it with holy water in church.
Oh, I can't take it then, if...
It's alright. I don't believe a mask can protect me, and it's time for me to get rid of some stuff. Keeping them won't bring her back.
A day will come when the two of you will meet again.
I know we will.
Excuse me.
Sure.
The door was ajar. Someone is inside? I hope the mask will work. If not, God help me. Victoria was seen pushing a yellow masked man from the roof. I guess I should try to get to the roof then. Chairs, racks, cages with spikes. The Inquisition knew how to punish the unfaithful ones. If these devices were still in use nowadays, I truly believe the world would be a better place to live in. Jacob. Marisa Ganatse. Lucie Fongeau. It's the expression of a man who knows he's about to experience true horror. The courtroom of the Inquisition. So grandiose. Remarkable. Still intact after all these centuries. The seat of the man whose words sealed countless fates to make the faith stronger and the world a better place. I recognize it. It is Sumis Desiderantes Affectivus, the papal bull issued by the 15th century Pope Innocent VIII. Written in response to the request of Heinrich Kramer, a Dominican inquisitor, its goal was to combat heresy and uproot witchcraft. Progress was made, a battle or two achieved, but we never won that war. It never ended. It's the coat of arms of the Roman Catholic Diocese of Sion in the canton of Valais. Valais, where it all started in 1428. Pope Kislin. A secret pope? Or much more likely a naming mistake. I'm sure there wasn't one named Kislin. Ulrich de Inani. He must have been an important person among the ranks of the Inquisition. I hear voices. I see nothing behind the door. It's completely dark. Excuse me? Can you hear me? Nothing. It's like they don't even hear me. Fiat voluntas Dei. May God's will be done. It's the inscription that was often used at the entrance of the torture chambers. I already tried. It's locked. I dare not to try this. Kraljica Bojana. Such a beautiful queen. Like from a fairy tale book. I would never take it, even if it was the Holy Grail. Well, maybe in that case it would just cross my mind, but I wouldn't. Benjamin Sokal. Patrick Meyer. Huh. Lake Kubilius. Locked. It's not going to work. What a view. The chasm is so small from the... Again, the damn crows! It's a long way to the bottom from up here. If my orientation isn't messed up, the roof should be exactly above my head. Such a long fall. No wonder they can't identify the man.
Who are you? I have to give it to Moisa. I would have never found this part of the mountain on my own. Now, where's the entrance into the mine? All those people and homes. The drama of life. Everything feels so small, insignificant from up here. Looking off. This is it. I think I'm at the end of the mine. I should move carefully. Victoria! Twigs and branches, roots, mud, and ripped up pieces of a strange yellow cloth. My baby! No, no! It can't be true. No, you're not dead. No! No! My love?
I can't help me, sir.
Where's Nairman? Where's the monster who did this? I can't even look at you. It's horrible. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for everything. It's my fault. Mother? That must be Nairman.
Mostov?
Father? I didn't recognize you with the mask. What are you doing here?
I was told I could get inside now, see the artifacts in this gorgeous fortress.
For God's sake, who told you that?
Does it matter? The door was ajar, so I figured the man told me the truth.
I'm sure I locked the door. Anyway, you're not allowed to be here. Yes, you have the mask and all, but it is not safe for you. Before moving the executions to Pepel, the Inquisition tortured and murdered the subordinates within these walls. Their bodies became lifeless, sure, but their spirits remain unscathed. They are still here. I can feel them.
If it's safe for you, it's safe for me too.
It is safe for no one. Risking everything for some old objects? That's insane.
Why are you here, Detective?
The investigation led me to this room.
Go on.
Well, this is where the man with the yellow mask lived.
What? Are you sure? The one who was pushed from the roof by my sister?
Yes. He was the custodian of this castle.
What was his name?
Bogdan. One of the Lang brothers. The older one. Junkies, shady individuals always in trouble with the law and on the brink of death.
The Lang brothers? So his body wasn't too disfigured after all?
What do you mean?
You said you couldn't figure out who he was because of the serious disfiguration.
The police still don't know who he is, and will probably never learn. But I know who he is. I knew it from the beginning, but could say nothing.
What?
I was told to lie. It was a direct order from the warden. I couldn't say no to him. He would have killed me.
What else did you lie about? Answer me.
Your sister, she didn't push the man from the roof. Bogdan jumped on his own before Hatur could get to him. He was yelling about a book and how the warden will never get it. I'm so sorry, but I had no choice. I had to lie. You have to believe me, Father. Please.
My sister wasn't even on that roof?
She was. I saw her going into the room. She must have escaped from the roof before Hatur climbed up the ladder.
And you're telling me all this only now? You crossed me! Again! You lied to me the whole time! There will be no redemption for your sins. Ever!
I didn't just lie to you. I lied to Chief Norton as well. To everyone. Please. I just couldn't. They're among us. They are everywhere. Hatur, Kaber, even among the ranks of my people.
Among the ranks, you say? What about you then?
What about me? I had nothing to do.
Stop it. I visited that house of yours. You wanted to get me on those hooks like the rest of the victims there.
You found his catacomb? That is Kaber's house, not mine.
The note you left in the pathologist's basement explicitly said that was your house.
I don't know. That wasn't my intention. Never. I have nothing to do with Kaber and the rest of the cult. You have to believe me.
You are just a sinner with a manipulative disorder. Coward.
I told you the truth now, but I still don't understand what Hatur wanted from your sister and Bogdan. He demanded to be handed a book, Sevra? Something like that. And he wanted to know where Nermin is. Bogdan said he'll never have any of those, and then jumped to his death wearing the yellow mask. I don't understand. Why did he want Nermin if Nermin is imprisoned in the asylum?
See? You are trying to deceive me! Again and again, all over again!
What?
You said it yourself that you worked on the case of Nermin's escape from the asylum. So how could it be that Nermin is still there? Nermin was in the cottage not so long ago.
What?
He killed Lucia and almost got Nikolai. How many sins do you want burdening your soul? Stop with the lies.
I don't know who to trust anymore. I can't remember who attacked me and my memory's as solid as the fog. But I'm trying to do the right thing. To be forgiven for all the pain and trouble I gave. I want to prove it to you.
You want to prove it?
The reason why I came here is I heard my colleagues at the station talking. They're subordinates. People with whom I work with. People assigned to protect us from evil have turned evil themselves. I have a feeling they're everywhere. But you, I can trust you. That book, the Sekra, it is clearly very important to the tribe, the cult, whatever they are. So I thought I should come here and search for it, thinking that I may find it inside Bogdan's room.
Did you find it?
No, not a trace of it.
Let me in the room to take a look around.
I can't do that.
Why?
I'm sorry. I really care about your well-being. I can't risk having you here for too long. Those two subordinates at the station, I heard them talking about a new head of the tribe that is about to be coronated. They're sacrificing 2 people. Right now as we speak. Or later tonight, I don't know, maybe it's already done.
Why should I care? This is your town and you should do something about it. Even God has given up hope for Saint Kotar.
They said, the 2 at the station said that one of the 2 people to be sacrificed is your sister, Father Benedict.
No, please don't. I can't hear this. This is not happening. No. I can't get out of here. They'll see me. They'll take the book away from me. I can't. The Saborans left a gift for me. A ritual knife. It could be useful. Father Henry?
Nikolai, is that you?
Where's Victoria? She was here moments ago.
I don't know, Nikolai. Help me, please. Take me to town.
How did you end up here?
I followed you.
You wanted the book, didn't you?
It must be destroyed. You don't know what it is.
I'm not destroying it. Not until I find my family. Who was the head cultist?
Kaber? Or Hatur?
Hatur's dead. That must have been Nerman.
Find Nermin and kill him. Destroy the book.
Like I said,
I've failed God, the town and its inhabitants. They are all in great danger now. You and Benedict, you must take my place and save them. The book is Jadwiga Masrak.
I'm saving only my wife and baby. I don't care about anyone else.
You can't anymore.
Shut up! You said Jadwiga Masrak.
A witch that died a long time ago. The book is made of her body parts. Jadwiga is the book. The words inside are hers, influenced by Kasag and the Utaloks of Akhrizat, the demon kings. You understand now? You must kill Nermin and destroy the book to prevent the witch fulfilling the prophecy of Kasag. If you fail, the new king of the Saurans, Jadwiga's son, will bring terror, more agony and death to the town.
Son of Jadwiga?
There are things we don't understand, but I do know Nermin is her son, evil in its purest form.
You're losing it, Father. I saw him. There's nothing ethereal in that man.
He takes possession of human bodies, but that doesn't make him human.
Where should I look? If I find him, I'll find Victoria.
If only I knew, I wouldn't be here now.
You know everything, Father. Always telling people what they should do and how to behave.
I don't. But there is a man who might.
Speak up, quickly.
Yakov Brenger. Benedict might know where he is.
Who is that man?
He was the priest before my time. I succeeded him.
Why would he know where to find Nerman?
Yakov wanted to obliterate Jadwiga, and for that to happen, he needed to find Nermin and destroy the book.
You're speaking nonsense. Where is Nerman now?
He always had this fixed belief that Nermin is where the book is, and the book always ends up in the same place.
Where?
Inside the mountain, where the ancient settlement of the Sabarans hides. I was never able to find it.
You are lying to me, Father.
God is my witness. If only I had a chance. My whole life I was searching for it. I failed God.
Tell me where he is!
Your only chance is to have faith in that ground plan Benedict holds.
The Maroff Asylum?
The X mark on the plan? I might be wrong, but...
But What? Tell me. How appropriate. Well, then, it's time for you to go. Father? I'm taking you to town. But cold and stiff.
God, forgive me. Save Saint Kotar.
Utaloks are rising. Doom is upon us.
You can't trust your own brain anymore, so why would anyone else trust you?
I told you all I know.
No. The truth is... you chased Victoria and Bogdan because they were accomplices of Nermin. She pushed Bogdan because she didn't want him to tell his secrets to Hatur. Keeping your mouth shut now? Brain malfunctioning again? You feeble-minded thing. She never told me about the letter. She lied and lured me into this cursed town. She had her baby killed on purpose. A baby I never knew about until I arrived here. She left God, just like her husband did. And so they both deserved this fate. Victoria is dead.
Maybe you can still save her.
She is dead to me.
I'm sorry.
If anything, I could still find my father, or at least the truth about what happened to him.
We should go now.
Bogdan was a custodian in the castle, the place where I was supposed to meet my father. And I found the asylum's ground plan inside the mausoleum.
We should leave now. We've been here for far too long.
Where's the other brother?
Timur? I don't know. At the asylum? I think he's on the staff there.
There must be a connection between the Long brothers and my father, but I still can't figure out how and why. That area marked with an X could reveal everything to me. It's too late to leave this town anyway. It's too late for anything else.
Are you all right, Father?
Lead the way out of here.
You said God has given up hope for this town. And perhaps you're right.
I know I am, Detective.
I won't give up, Father. I meant it when I said I want to make things right. I'm going now to that accursed house. Maybe you should join me.
That came from within the church, right?
It did! We should... Dear God.
What happened here?
This is nothing. Go take a look in the orphanage.
Why? What's going on? Sister? Blood and flesh depict hate and pure wickedness. It's an act of hate against mankind. I still hope to wake up at any moment now. Look back on this journey solely as a nightmare. Pieces of skin, organs, and hair. This is a nightmare. Splashes, traces of hands and fingers, all over the wall. Mankind should have been nailed to that cross. It's hard to see anything outside with so much blood on the door. I certainly won't touch it to open it. Eyes gouged out, skull opened, brain missing, face skinned off, eviscerated, stabbed into the heart. Father Henry, slain by his most hated enemies. May he rest in peace now. Nikolai,
Tell me now.
words cannot describe the horror in the orphanage. Who did that?
Saborans knew Henry was not here.
They slaughtered the poor children.
I believe so. But Evelina claims to have seen a young girl or boy wandering around in the courtyard.
That doesn't make sense. Why would they kill them?
Doesn't make sense to me either.
Henry was killed here, too?
No, he followed me onto the mountain where the Saborans caught him, and you see his body. I could do nothing.
I understand. You did good taking him back. He deserves a proper burial. Did you find anything on the mountain? Victoria, maybe?
Only the Saborans and Henry. I searched the whole mine and tried to find any clues or some other entrance, but nothing. No traces of her or him. I was wrong, my brother. My baby is dead. There's nothing I can do about it. But Victoria, I must at least say Victoria. I know, I can feel it. She's still alive somewhere out there.
The letter you gave me.
I didn't want to break the promise given to Victoria. She said when the right time comes. And then we woke up. She went missing, and I kept waiting. And so the right time never came. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Where were you?
I found him in the castle.
Because of the letter. Was the man in the yellow mask your father?
Bogdan Lang.
What?
Bogdan, one of the Lang brothers. He's the man that jumped from the castle's roof.
You said jumped, not pushed?
I saw it. He jumped when confronted by Hadur. Victoria was there.
I knew it. You hear that, Benedict? This changes everything.
Nothing's changed for me. Nothing until we have solid proof and the whole truth. I'm going to that dreadful island.
And I'm going with you.
Why would you want that? What changed?
That ground plan you have could be our last hope to find and save Victoria.
Again with her.
No, listen to me. Henry mentioned a man named Yakov Pranger,
The former priest of this church.
And former warden of the asylum.
That man allegedly wanted to kill, obliterate the spirit of Jadwiga Mansbach, and
Do not mention that witch's name ever again within these walls.
And to do that, he needed to find a place inside the mountain where he believed he would find Merriman and the book. The spot marked X could be our last hope. The priest could be there.
Maybe we'll only find Timur, Bogdan's brother.
Brenker disappeared. We were never able to find him. Chief closed the case, believing it to be related to the Sabores, as usual. But I still remember, there were some people who swore to have seen him go the Via Dolorosa way.
Maybe it was a Sabore-related case after all. The asylum is in their hands now. The only problem is, we can't possibly get to that island. I came back here to seek help from Henry. I had a feeling he might have an idea how, but he didn't want to share it with me at the time.
You should be deported! Miserable human beings! All you brought here was pain and death! Look at my poor Henry! And the children! Oh my God! Dear God!
I'm sorry, sister. We never wanted...
She's right. There is a way to get onto the island.
How? Henry said it's impenetrable.
Not if you get boarded.
What?
I could take you in under the guise of a fictitious denunciation. You will be deported.
That's insane. There must be another way.
There isn't.
What happens next after you denounce us?
We will hand you over to the watchman of the asylum, chained. It won't be a pleasure ride, that's for sure. Some people die before even getting there, at the Via Dolorosa. You get whipped for your sins, and not everyone is able to confess them.
Then I have nothing to worry about, at least until we get onto the island.
Whatever happens after is in God's hands.
How fast can you do that?
Right away? I don't think you have the time to think about it.
I say we do it immediately.
I agree. But we can't leave Henry's poor body like this. We should do something about it.
You leave him alone. I'll take care of him.
Sister, I hope you find the strength to get through these dark times. I'll pray for you and Henry's soul.
Go away and don't come back ever again.
Ready to go?
God help us.
Ah! Dear God! Forgive me! Forgive me, for I have sinned. I had abandoned you. I had abandoned you, and for it, you punished me by losing my baby, my family.
You are not telling the whole truth.
You want salvation from the stake. Tell me where the Book of Sanctity is, and I'll grant you absolution. To each I give a final chance. Witchcraft and devil worship are your sins. Confess. Where is the book? Human flesh and blood is what you crave. You want absolution. Human you. Denial of the divine Catholic faith has you tied to that stake. Say it. Confess. Or be burned alive. Your heart is as black as your craft, necromancer. Speak up, or die in eternal flame. You have all chosen the devil. So be it. Death is only the beginning of your torment. Remember the name! Malleus Maleficarum!
You heard I am fully ready to prosecute the Maleficarum. No, you've never heard of Malleus Maleficarum.
Look me in the eyes, witch!
Your disciples are no more. I cast them into ash and dirt. Indeed, your kin. What a day. I made God proud of me. Where's the manuscript? The Sekra book.
Will I tell you?
Then you choose the same fate as your kin.
Where is it?
Copies have already been found. What makes you think we won't find the original? Save us the effort and avoid a painful death. Tell me where to find more of your kind.
Everywhere.
We razed entire towns, whole villages, lonely houses on hilltops. And when we thought there were no more, we found yet another cult. And another one. And another one. You spread like grass. There must be a hole from which the Mazrak slither from. I need to know.
Kin is here. Kin is everywhere. Kotar is everywhere.
Coming down here in your filthy cell, I didn't expect anything. No sane person would tell me the answers I seek. But I had to see you helpless, chained like the lowlife you are. Any time now you'll be taken upstairs by the guards. Your soul, body, and religion will be obliterated for eternity.